Hello and welcome to Stoic Viewpoints. I'm glad to have you here as we explore timeless principles of Stoic philosophy. If you're new, consider subscribing to join our community on this journey of self-improvement and growth. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. I'm excited to hear from you. Now, let's get into the video. We're taught to prioritize the needs of others before our own and to be kind to others. But does anyone ever warn us that having too much compassion and kindness might be harmful? The world we live in is not always one of receiving what we give, since it is full of giving people who realize that their generosity drains them both emotionally and financially. Could we endanger our own lives by being too kind? The negative outcomes that kindness can bring about will surprise you. In this video, I'll outline 8 negative consequences of being overly kind to others and provide you with 4 effective strategies to prevent individuals from taking advantage of you. Without further ado, let's go to number 1. You'll have unrealistic expectations of other people. According to the Stoics, we should accept things as they are and stop depending on other people's actions to bring us happiness. Giving without expecting too much in return helps you exercise emotional detachment, which calms your mind and prevents you from being let down, whether we realize it or not. It's challenging for us to offer with complete selflessness. We expect others to reciprocate when we provide everything we have. However, you've made people so accustomed to you taking care of everything for them that when it comes to us, especially when it comes to our needs, they'll take it for granted that you can handle everything in your life as well as theirs. After all, if you don't take care of your own, why would you take care of others? Your expectations of reciprocity won't be fulfilled in practice, and you'll wind up feeling depressed, angry, and fatigued. However, when we examine things honestly, you aren't being let down by others. They're just doing what you should be doing, which is taking care of their own tasks. The second thing to remember is that they will only expect you to give them something. According to the Stoics, it's critical to keep in mind that true value originates from acting morally and sensibly rather than from merely following social norms. Giving in a balanced and moderation helps you maintain control over your behavior and prevent the development of unhealthy habits that are detrimental to your mental well-being. People are creatures of habit, as you have probably heard all your life, and this is quite true. Humans are designed to fit into a pattern, a lifestyle, and the symphony of events that surround them. This need for change gives rise to the concept of the comfort zone. It follows that those you assist will come to anticipate something from you on a regular basis if you are a giver. They won't have to perform many of their duties since you'll be there to do them. Instead, you'll guide them into their comfort zones. Nobody is going to look you in the eyes and encourage you to think more about yourself if you don't value yourself. If nothing else, don't anticipate this kind of empathy from the individuals you assist. They will cling to their own version of Robin Hood, which will cost them dearly in the long run. Thirdly, your objectives won't be considered. According to the Stoics, in order to maintain equilibrium and avoid sacrificing our identity and well-being for the sake of others, it is critical that we live by reason and virtue, establish boundaries, and prioritize our own obligations. You can find yourself fleeing from an inner hurt or fear if you prioritize the needs of others over your own. How does it make you feel to be alone for the entire weekend or to know that no one is there to welcome you home each day? The blow will be twice as severe if you're avoiding yourself by engaging in a wide range of activities. This is because, while you'll eventually have to face your issues, your negative emotions will worsen as you begin to prioritize the needs of others over your own. One of the most crucial aspects of good health is self-care. Making sure you're content, pampered, and well cared for comes before you can assist others in feeling better. That is, unless you have really enjoyed a chocolate yourself, you should never give one to someone else. In the same way, wait to offer to clean a friend's house until after you've cleaned your own and enjoyed some wine and a good movie. The world follows you in order of priority. The fourth unfavorable result is that you'll receive bad treatment and grow to be perceived as weak. The Stoic approach suggests that we concentrate on strengthening our resolve and self-control. Setting limits and being disciplined might help us show people that we are committed to our own responsibilities and values without coming across as weak. If you help others excessively, you can eventually be acknowledged as an authority in the area in which you work with others. Maybe you are coming across as someone quite different. When you don't create boundaries, people start to see you as weak. Just like when someone confronts their boss, they know you won't turn them down. So much so that they will come to you in order to absolve themselves of their obligations. On the other hand, they will begin to feel something for you as soon as you say this magic word. It never occurred to them that they might. With respect, there will be plenty of folks who merely come to you when they are in need. Stoicism emphasizes the value of intelligence and discernment. We can distinguish between genuine people and those looking to take advantage of us by selecting the people we support with self-control and perspective, which allows us to avoid wasting time or effort on things that won't be beneficial. When kindness is given without restraint, it can lead to relationships that are purely transactional. You might notice that people who once considered you a close friend now only want to hang out with you when they are going through tough times. It's as if they see you as a convenient source of support, rather than genuinely valuing your friendship or companionship. This kind of dynamic isn't uncommon, after all. Most people don't invite their coworkers or colleagues over for coffee, much less a beer. However, just because this behavior might seem reasonable from their perspective, given what's happening to you, it doesn't make it fair or acceptable. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of discernment in our relationships, choosing to surround ourselves with people who appreciate and respect us, rather than those who only see us as a means to an end. It's crucial to recognize these transactional dynamics and ensure that your kindness is met with mutual respect and genuine care, rather than mere opportunism. By employing the tactics I'll go over at the end, you can protect yourself from being taken advantage of and foster more meaningful, balanced relationships. Sixth, you will never meet individuals who want to contribute. You will only meet people who want something. We can create connections that are genuine and beneficial to both sides if we use patient discernment. People find their way into our life because they resonate with our energy. In other words, we draw in people that are negative, unhappy, have dark spirits, and wish to harm us if we have a low vibration. Conversely, when our vibrations are high, we attract positive energy, generosity, excitement, hard work, and delight. This is why giving to everyone causes us to lose so much energy that we begin to vibrate at a low frequency. This attracts those who are in need as well as opportunists who simply want to take advantage of us and walk away without even saying thank you. Seventh, you can develop an addiction to something. The Stoics imparted self-control and calmness to their followers. Giving with self-control prevents us from falling into negative patterns and enables us to maintain positive relationships with our decisions and behaviors. The easiest way to become addicted is when something is regularly lacking in our life, which increases our demand for it. Therefore, it's possible that someone close to you, and not simply the spring waiter, will notice one day that you drink too much. They may also see that you overindulge in food or perhaps gambling. When someone you care about says something, pay close attention to what they say because your first reaction might be to get upset with them and assure them you're fine. However, this is the typical behavior of those who are too preoccupied with their own issues to recognize that they even exist. Always keep in mind that those who care about you want the best for you, so listen carefully to what they have to say. They are attempting to assist you in getting up and moving on from your past mistakes. As the eighth unfavorable consequence, you'll cause others to pause. The tenets of Stoicism instruct us to act morally regardless of what others may think of us. Focusing on upholding our morals and values helps us create a positive reputation that is resistant to unfounded allegations. The reality is that there aren't many good people in the world, despite how much we'd all like to think otherwise. Therefore, if you are one, rather than impressing and thanking others, they will be distrustful of you. People will soon start to wonder about your intentions and what's going on behind your back. Given how kind you are, this might indicate that you've been around a questionable group of people, but it's more probable that they are being truthful. The majority of overly helpful people have such sinister agendas that it is advisable to avoid them and decline their assistance. Let's now examine how you can prevent others from taking advantage of you. First strategy, pay attention to your feelings. They are trying to tell you something. Relying on the Stoic concept of self-awareness, observe your feelings. The Stoics believe that in order to comprehend your desires and feelings, you must first think about yourself. You can determine whether you're overcommitting and mentally exhausting yourself by being aware of your feelings. This enables you to shift your attention and achieve equilibrium. What is the feeling you get when you assist others? It should make you feel like you're walking on clouds to prioritize your needs and think about yourself first because it's such a wonderful thing to do. Thus, pay attention to your feelings if you're feeling overly stressed, worn out, irate, or exhausted. You shouldn't lie to yourself if doing something you don't have to make you feel particularly horrible. Rather, learn how your health is impacted by the assistance you are providing. The second strategy is to not be frightened to say no. You should recognize that your time and energy are valuable and should be used in a balanced manner by adhering to the teachings of the Stoics. Being able to refuse requests that seem unreasonable or that you are too busy to fulfill demonstrates self-control. Even if saying no conjures up negative images and melancholy, it's common for us to find it difficult to utter. But pessimism will take over our lives if we don't learn to speak this word when someone asks for more from us than we can provide. As you rehearse in front of the mirror, remind yourself that this is the only way to gain back your independence and avoid taking any needless risks. Third strategy, you have a location and a time all your own. Show them some respect. It's critical to allow oneself space and time to take care of yourself in accordance with the Stoic principles of self-control and self-respect. Enjoy yourself and do whatever makes you happy, whether it's working out, creating art, sipping tea and listening to music, or anything else. As quickly as possible, complete your obligations so that you can give this a try. This is something you should take extremely seriously, enough so that you should set aside this time each day or each week. Therefore, if someone requests for your assistance at such a moment, they should be really helpful and kind to you rather than the individual. You decline their advances without feeling guilty and relish the time and space you have to yourself. If you prefer not to be quite so forthright, you can offer assistance at a later time, but be sure to clarify that you will only be able to assist temporarily due to other obligations. Fourth strategy, recognize energy vampires and keep your distance from them. In keeping with the wisdom and self-control of the Stoics, it's critical to recognize which interactions are psychologically nourishing and which can be detrimental. You are taking care of your own health and exhibiting Stoic self-control in your relationships when you avoid interacting with people who just serve to drain your energy and offer nothing constructive. You should be aware that trying to assist an energy thief will not be successful. These folks overpower you with their grievances, their miseries, and their pessimistic outlook on life. Don't waste your time trying to assist them because they would have to cease whining if their issues were resolved. They would never put up with that. In summary, Stoic wisdom holds that everything in life is best measured in the middle, and generosity is no different. Giving too much leaves us feeling ungrateful and self-centered, while giving too little leaves us exhausted emotionally, physically, and most likely financially. Therefore, if you're looking for a way to strike a balance between prioritizing the needs of other people and your own, go toward the gray options, which are still the best ones. Furthermore, always keep in mind the magic word, no, especially if they offer to give you a lift home through the window of their vehicle. Now that our adventure has come to a conclusion, I genuinely hope these pointers will be very helpful to you. Remember, you're a valued member of this channel. If this video has inspired you, taught you something new, or helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up so others can also benefit from Stoic wisdom. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the insights shared, consider subscribing to Stoic Viewpoints. Your support is greatly appreciated and helps us continue exploring Stoicism together. Don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep seeking wisdom and embracing the Stoic path.